Jim Klauck here on the Phenomenal Business Growth Podcast. I hope you're all having a phenomenal day. And I've got a phenomenal Inner Circle member with me. His name is Jorge Villalobos. Jorge, how are you?
Jim, I'm more than phenomenal.
Yes, you seem like it, my friend. Okay, I want to talk about you and your business, and then I want to talk about Howard Partridge and the Inner Circle. The Best Restoration. That's a great name for your company. What do you tell us about it?
Well, I started this business in 2006. I was a one-man operator. I started doing a lot of cleaning and restoration to the student facilities around the University of Florida. We are here in Gainesville when we have more than 50,000 students every single year. Then I moved here from Sunrise, Florida, thinking that, I'm going to have the chance to have a little bit more of work, but I never expect that it's going to be this volume of work. And we are excited to have it.
You're a very blessed man, but you've worked very hard, apparently, and you've grown quite a company. Your annual volume is very strong, and you've got 50 team members. So
yes, sir. We have 50 full-time employees right now.
That's fantastic. Can you talk a little bit about how you were able to build such a team? Because that's one of the biggest issues in small business is finding the right people and then basically managing them and motivating them and keeping them on board.
Well, I'm going to say that I was lucky that I started to be the mentor of some of my employees as soon as I start. We're gonna be in January of the next year. We're gonna have 18 years in business, and I have guys with me for 16. I have guys with me for 13, 12, 11, 10. I have husband and wife. I have father with 2 kids. My son is the operation manager. He's only 25. Then I think I was really lucky to put a nice group together. They understood since the beginning what was my philosophy. I want to be sure that this is going to be like a family business. We're going to just be more concentrated in our service and how we can grow this business, that in the profits at the end of the day. And I think this worked really well for us because we have a really nice group. I heard before that you don't build businesses, you build the people, and they help you to build the business. And I think for me, it's the perfect example of this message.
It's so important. So let me ask you a question, because this is something Howard Partridge would say on stage, that we're slaves to our business. Are you a slave to your business now, or does your team work together to unshackle those cuffs?
Well, I tell you, I left this pressure years ago because I was trying to build other things around our business, and it's a relationship with the community here in Gainesville. I'm really involved with the nonprofit organizations. And I'm really involved in trying to build more people around us, especially Hispanic communities. Then I start to just move myself from the management a few years ago, and I have the chance to give a little bit more of opportunities to the people who were behind me to try to get responsibilities. And then right now, I have a nice turkey operation like Howard talk all the time, and they don't need me there. Sometimes I get bored because I go to the office, and 2 hours after they are like, I don't have nothing to do.
Wow, that's a great position. And this is really great for the people who are watching this now, Jorge, because so many people are that slave to the business. They are the business. They work hard, even if they do have a team. But someone like you can get to a point in their business where it can run itself with the team. It never runs by itself, but it runs well with the team. And therefore, the business owner can step back for a little while, or what a lot do is spend time to further grow the business.
You're absolutely right. And I think people need it. Sometimes the micromanagement and be behind all the employees full time. I don't think that this is worth it. Every extreme is bad. Okay, I have really good friends that they just build something and they disappear from the map. Then your culture is not there, your philosophy is not there, your family business is not there anymore because everybody's thinking about how much money we can produce here, what is going to be my goals. And then when I try to do a mix. I go to my office every day when I'm here. I live between Gainesville and San Agustin. Then I'm here 3 or 4 days a week, and I go to my meetings daily. I meet my people. I talk about problems. I talk about projects. I talk about them. I celebrate birthdays. I celebrate that somebody buy a new vehicle, and we talk about all the plans that we have. Then the idea that they know that I always there keep the culture around, because sometimes you have to be careful to don't be so free.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's talk about the inner circle. I know the inner circle is close to your heart. So is Howard Partridge. It has been instrumental in helping you grow your business. Isn't that true?
Absolutely. I and Howard know that, and everybody who is around you, because around him, because I have a lot of friends that I built this relationship with them was because Howard was there. But he knows, because I told him too many times, everything that happened in my life, and not only in my life, everything that happened with 50 people that is around me every single day working is because Howard one day told me, hey, you can do it different. You can just, possible I can still work in my truck and be successful. I only gonna have 3 or 4 people around me. I'm gonna have a small company. Possible I'm gonna do more money, but at the end, I don't gonna be in the position that I am right now. This is for me kind of a dream come true, and I say it all the time. And I'm still, don't forget from where I came. Okay, this is one of the things that for me is really important. I'm Colombian. I left my country for security problems. I was a banker. I worked with my government for 9 years, and I still remember that how hard it was for me to start. But at the same time, I remind my guys what is our responsibility every day to stay where we are, because one day you can just take bad decisions and everything gonna change. But Howard was the one, and I'm gonna say this clear. Howard helped me tremendously with everything that is process, system, marketing, and everything, because he is really good about it. But also, what I think gave me more support of what we have right now and who we are, and who I am right now is all these classes that he put together for us to learn from these people. I was in a room with John Maxwell. We have 250 people in this room, and I have John Maxwell, possible 20 feet from me, talking about leadership. Who has this privilege? I saw the second time John Maxwell, and I have to go to Miami in a stadium for a 10X conference. We have 3,500 people there. Yeah. Then I just try to explain to people that the dynamic of have the opportunity to talk with these people, be close to them. I have a really good relation with Dr. Rom. By the way, mm-hmm. I brought Dr. Rom to Gainesville to do a nice class about personalities. I went to train with him. I went to Cancun with him and his family. All these relationships you build, that is not only thinking about your business, but thinking about your personal life and your family, and what is your legacy that one day you're going to do it. The same thing happened with Tom Ziegler. Tom Ziegler was in Gainesville. He went to a big hotel to talk about the importance of be better, of be nice person. And if you put everything together, I always say that Howard give us like pieces of a puzzle. And what you have to do is to put it together. And then one day you realize and say, oh my God, I get all these pieces together. Now I can continue working in the rest of the things that I have to improve, because always is a room to improve.
Jorge, if someone were to come to an inner circle event, they would see someone like a John Maxwell or a Michael Gerber or a Tom Ziegler get up in front of the room and talk. And there's a lot of things that people learn, not just from the speakers that come in, but from Howard and his team of coaches. But just going to those meetings isn't enough. You have to act on it. So can you explain the process of when you start working in the inner circle, what your responsibility is as a member, as a small business owner, to implement and grow your business?
Yeah, I think I love when Howard wrote this book about the failure to implement, because this is something that we live daily. Every single entrepreneur has this procrastination process that don't let you move. Okay. The good thing with the inner circle is that you have this group together. They talk with you every week. You cannot fail to them. You cannot lie to them. You can lie yourself. Oh, I'm doing really good when you're not doing your job. But you cannot do the same when you have a community working with you at the same speed that you have. Let me tell you, decisions of inner circle was, I came back from one of these meetings, and I went to my senior tech at this time, that his name is Mike. He's with me for 16 years. And I told Mike, do you like my truck? The one that I used to clean carpets and to do. And he said, oh my God, your truck is like a BMW. Okay, now is your truck, because I don't want to clean more carpets. I'm going to start to build this business. Then if I don't have the chance to have people supporting me in these decisions, possible, like I told you, Jim, I'm going to still be cleaning carpets outside. Possible I'm going to be older and do it really slow, but at the same time, possible my life won't change. But when you have the opportunity to have people that they did it already and they can show you the way, then you cannot find nothing better.
I keep hearing you talk about your team members. They really seem loyal to you. You've had many for a long time. But also at the same time, I hear so many people saying it's hard to find good people to work for their company. Do you have that problem that people have, or do you tend to find good people and keep them?
Well, my turnover is really, really low. Every time that we have somebody who come to our group, I'm gonna tell you that before COVID was a different story. I tell you, I used to keep guys, and they used to work for me. I used to train them. I used to send them to the classes. I used to be sure that they feel like this is family. And I have the chance to keep some of them. After COVID, I don't know what changed. And we talked this with one of the presentation that Tom Ziegler did for us. A lot of things change, and then it's really hard to just keep people with you. They are thinking about is better opportunities somewhere. Is you don't see a lot of them thinking about this is a marathon instead of 100 meters run. But at the same time, I just have a good eye when I see somebody, and I'm gonna say something that possible doesn't look good, but I love people hungry, okay? Because I was hungry when I started this business. People say, "Why did you start the business?" I say, "I was hungry. I was in survival mode, and then I have to do whatever I have to do to make this thing work." But now. When the younger guys start to see the seniors that they do really good, then they say, possible if I stay here in this bus with this driver, possible I can get some of the things that they are getting, and this is how they understand. Not everybody understands it. This is a job that is require a lot of energy, a lot of your time, but as soon as you get it, it is incredible.
Yeah, it is so important to be able to do what you do, Jorge, which is find the right people and take care of them. Some people will use the term love on them, right? Treat them as if they're family, or maybe better than family. Some of us treat our friends better than family, right? And so you want to do that, and you need to develop them. So I'm sure a lot of the things you've learned in Inner Circle, you've been able to then take home to the business and teach your team.
Absolutely. And it's too much information. you just can dedicate it to work about systems. And I'm so excited to see the people talking about how this work, how this cannot work. I always hear them and say, hey, I think we have to change this because this is not working. What is not working? We do an analysis, and we decide, you know what, you're absolutely right. We have to just improve it and change it. I come with them for most of the decisions that we take. Obviously, some decisions are management decisions that you have to take, but most of the process and systems, we just talk together because I was in a truck also for a lot of years. I know exactly what happened outside. Second thing is that some people, when I learned to set up goals with Howard, and lately I learned this from Tom Ziegler. Then I go and talk with them, and I told them, hey, you have to have a purpose. You have to figure it out what you want. If the only thing that you want is a check on Friday, I think you are in the wrong place. You can find these checks everywhere around. This is for me kind of a school for you. If you want to learn and if you want to graduate it, believe me, if you have nice grades and everything, you want to start to get everything that you want and you dream with. But you have to do the whole process. You're going to hear that there is something funny, but my technicians are so involved with Dr. Rom classes because I do the classes to my guys about human behavior. And it's funny that sometimes they call and they say, oh, Jorge, this lady is a really high C. It's going to be complicated. Then we even talk about the vocabulary that is not for everybody. It's just for a group of people that we learn about it. That means that put everything in place, I think, is something that works. By the way, I always say to the people, don't try to do everything so fast because you're going to get frustrated. It's too much information that Howard brings to you, too much information that is outside. If you want to just get and say, I want to do this, and this, I'm going to tell you, possible this don't going to work. You have to get like 1 or 2 projects and start to work in them. And as soon as you see that this thing is moving, go for the 3rd and the 4th. But people is looking for, this is like marketing. You spend money in 3 months in the TV. Oh my God, I'm not getting any customers, then I'm going to cancel this service. This doesn't work like this. This is something that you invest in, something that you have to put a lot of energy and a lot of time, and then you're going to start to see the results.
Absolutely. It's like anything else. If you want to lose weight or build muscle, learn a new language, anything, you need to put time into it. And so many of us do give up. We don't persevere. And I think that's a lesson here where we must implement and persevere and do it over and over and over and over and over again. And when you do that, you end up winning. We could talk all day, Jorge, but unfortunately we don't have the time. I appreciate you coming onto the program today, and I look forward to seeing you at the next Inner Circle event.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate for your time, and say hi to everybody. I have a lot of friends in this group.
Thank you.